Hello, my dear friends. Now, we're a bit of a sad movie in terms of my experience with this. Now, it is definitely Hallows Part 2. The more action part, I should add. Yes, you've seen this cover before. This one is pretty much the wrap-up. And this has way more action than was in the first half. And yes, all the Horcruxes have been destroyed. Spoiler alert. But not to say that this hasn't got plenty of action. And
Harry is one of them.
Wow, this definitely lives up to the whole action storyline. Now, we pretty much pick up from where we left off from part 1, with Tom Riddle finally getting the Elder Wand. Now, in this particular movie, we bring up with the whole idea of ownerships of wands, because it's a bit of a topic that is featured heavily. When a duel happens, whoever loses relinquishes the right to their wand, which is brought up in this particular movie. It all has to do with the Elder Wand and who owns the Elder Wand. Now, according to Tom himself, he thinks that Snape owns the Elder Wand.
But it's Harry.
In actual fact, it was Draco that disarmed Dumbledore, who had the Elder Wand. So the Elder Wand became property of Draco. And when Harry disarmed Draco, the Elder Wand became Harry's property. So the Elder Wand never listened to Tom, which happened during a massive big duel between Harry and Tom. And Neville steps up to the plate and pretty much becomes a force to be reckoned with.
Put the games in it.
Now, sorry, that was my sister pulling out the Lego Harry Potters. We had seen Neville from Sorcerer's Stone all the way through, and this pretty much where Neville Longbottom comes into his own and pretty much puts his big boy pants on and does something quite miraculous. So, yeah, we also see a couple of relationships confirmed. We now confirm that Ronald and Hermione have a thing because it's confirmed. And we also confirm that Jenny has a thing for Harry, which makes a ton of sense. Especially when you look back throughout the series, what little things that Jenny has done really does shine a light on that fact.
And remember the time when he was listening to radio? I think he was listening for Jenny.
No, that was Ronald during the part.
And also Harry.
Bits and pieces. This really sums up the experience of pretty much, I believe it was a decade's worth of work. Now, the day that this came out, I was at a bit of mourning. Surprised not, I was also wearing black on that day, so it was really funny.
Why were you mourning about that movie?
the reason why I was mourning the series because I grew up watching these characters year after year, going back to the movie theater year after year, and I felt a quite emotional connection with each of the leads.
Because when we go to America, she's going to drag me to
Florida. Look on my blog channel. I will put a link to that channel and particularly some of the blogs I've been writing about that. For more information.
And she started getting a little annoying as well.
Thank you, Wendy.
Sorry about that, folks.
This really is pretty much towards the end becomes a bit of a swan song, and I think you've been waiting for me to say which would be my favorite, and this is probably I would classify as one of my favorites. It really did sum up a decade's worth of brilliant work, and I have to say it pretty much put Dan and Emma and Rupert on the map. So I think
after this, Emma is in Beauty and the Beast,
which I've already reviewed.
Sorry, folks, I have to put that in there.
So, what do you think of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2? And what's your overall thoughts about the series? Please write down in the comment section below. Please subscribe. And do you want me to do another big series like this one or something like that? Please write down in the comment section below. I really do enjoy reading your comments. And I shall see you very, very soon. Ciao.